climate change. The generation that is on the planet today that will be affected and this has the most to lose of any generation on the planet is the youth, is the young generation of people on this planet today. We have more to lose than anybody. And therefore, what better time to be born and what better opportunity to be a part of this generation, because we are the ones that are going to be at the front lines of these movements, making the greatest difference. Because what we are fighting for and we are standing for is not money or profit or political power, but we are fighting for the survival of our generation. And for the world that we are going to be born into. We look around outside and we are seeing constant violence and hatred. We're seeing problems like poverty and lack of access to clean water. Environmental degradation at a rate and a level that we've never even fathomed. We're losing more species than we can possibly imagine. You guys know this stuff. You guys are the experts in all of these fields. Our climate and our atmosphere is so messed up because of the way that we are living. We know this. I'm not here to tell you things that you already know. We have to understand that each and every one of these problems is connected, and this problem that we are suffering from is disconnection. We are disconnected from ourselves. That's why we hate ourselves and kill ourselves. We're disconnected from each other. That's why we hate each other, kill each other. That's why there is racism and separation. And we are so disconnected from the planet. That's why we justify the destruction of resources for the profit of individuals. It's the sense of disconnection that is driving us in a direction that will no longer be able to support life. This planet will not be able to support life if we continue in this direction. And it sucks, you know. And I think, you know, people will ask me before I came to Paris, they're like, are you worried about going to Paris? And they're like, sketchy stuff happening there? I mean, there's sketchy stuff happening all over the world. You know, let's be honest. And I thought of it as what better opportunity than to come here. To come here and bring the hope, bring the light, bring the love, bring the laughter, the happiness, the joy that people need today more than ever before. Yeah. Because when I stand up here and I talk about all the depressing stuff that happens, how many of you guys shut off? You know, I'm just like, I'm done, I can't handle it. I can't read the news, I can't watch TV. You know, these things are so built to like disempower us and make us feel like we can't do anything about it. So more than the problems that we're talking about, we need to be talking about addressing and lifting up the solutions and the world that we want to see, not the world we're living in today, but the world that we want to see and the world that we want to build, because we can all join hands. Look at the diversity in this room of where we are from, who we are, the voices and the messages that we have to bring today, the things that we have to offer. Never before have people been coming together like here today. And whether the politicians and the leaders, the world leaders, whether they make a decision or not, it doesn't matter, because look what has happened because of them bringing these people together. They have brought us together today. They have brought young people and adults and inspired leaders and activists and poets and artists from all over the world. So when I look at COP21, the most exciting and empowering things is COY. It's these conferences and these delegations of young people, these delegations of powerful leaders that are bringing our voices, our passion, our message, and our fire to the world. This is our opportunity to shine. Because people say that we're the future. How many times have you heard that? You're the future, but we're here now. And more than ever before, our voices are needed right here, right now, because this is our generation, more than any generation, that will be standing and marching at the front lines of these movements, here, now, and for the next, and for the future, for every generation to come. Because that is what is at stake. It is not just an environmental crisis, but what is at stake is the world that we will live in, and the world that we will pass on to future generations. What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? If every single person asked themselves that question and strive to build their legacy, there'd be so much more positivity in the world. And that's why we're here today, to build a legacy that is worth leaving on for future generations. A legacy that we are proud of seeing our grandchildren inherit, a planet that we are proud of showing them. Where all the beautiful things that we have experienced throughout our lives, we are able to carry that on with fire, showing that this is the world that I love, and this is, I will stand to protect the things that I love, no matter what. So I'm stoked. You know, I'm excited more than ever, because There's a lot of terrible things happening in the world, and there's no way that we can turn a blind eye to that. But also, at the same time, this is an opportunity for growth, for exchange of wisdom and knowledge, where there is so much power in this room. I don't think the world leaders can even fathom how much power we have in this room right here. Each and every one of you, each and every face in this audience has the power to change the world. And imagine if each and every one of us came together and connected in a way that allowed us to bring forth a movement into the future that would change everything. And if you look back in the past, every enormous change that has happened has come from the people. So again, we're at a point in time, at this incredibly critical tipping point, where the change that will happen today and will happen at this hour and this time on earth will come from you, from us, from this generation, leading the way, pulling every generation with us, joining hands and pulling each other up, lifting each other up in a time where it seems like darkness is all there is, and bringing forth a light into a new world that we want to see. That is why we are here.